Now.
Good evening, I'm Justin Betty. Tonight we have a couple new confirmed cases of COVID-19 in our area tonight, as well as a few new confirmed recoveries today. We begin in Rhinelander, where the Rennes Health and Rehab Center confirms one of their residents has tested positive for the virus. They say that man was tested back on the 27th, so last Friday, and was confirmed positive for the coronavirus on Sunday. Rennes officials say after a rapid onset of symptoms, the resident was transferred to the hospital. They say the man is now living off-site in isolation. We don't know where. Rennes adds they are currently working with the Oneida County Health Department and other health services to follow daily precautionary procedures to keep both staff and residents protected, and encourage family members who may be concerned about their own loved ones to contact the facility. Across the state, the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases continues to climb, though not as quickly as late last week. The State Department of Health Services reports 1,351 cases today. That's up a little over 100 since yesterday. Oneida County's official count remains 3. It's unclear whether the Rennes case was previously included in the DHS numbers for Oneida County or not. Marathon County announced its 4th confirmed case today. Fortunately, no new deaths in the North Woods. Today, the Wood County Health Department has confirmed both patients in their county who tested positive for COVID-19 have now recovered. They shared that information in this Facebook post. They also add 176 people in Wood County have tested negative for COVID-19. In New York City, though, and other spots across the country, the COVID-19 outbreak is beginning to take a very large toll. Today, during a long news conference at the White House, President Trump said there is light at the end of the tunnel, but not before a, quote, very, very painful 2 weeks. Alice Barr is in Washington with details.
Tonight, the Trump administration revealing new detail about the models showing that 100 to 200,000 Americans are likely to die from the coronavirus.
We should be prepared for it. Is it going to be that much? I hope not.
Top health officials pleading with everyone to stay home to save lives.
Now is the time to put your foot on the accelerator, because that's the only thing that's going to stop those peaks.
The coronavirus has now claimed more than 3,500 American lives. The growing number both a collective tragedy and a reflection of the deeply personal grief hitting families across the country.
But my grandmother died alone. She died alone. We didn't even get to say bye to her.
As healthcare workers race to save lives without enough protective gear, this grandmother in Michigan, one of more than 100 Ford employees assembling and sending out 40,000 face shields a day. Ford also planning to build 50,000 ventilators in the next 100 days.
I really hope what we're doing makes a difference.
More than 250 million Americans now ordered to stay home as state and local leaders expand social distancing. Governors also raising alarm about a continued lack of testing. Maryland's governor saying today his state is flying blind.
We're sort of guessing about where the outbreaks are and about what the infection rate and the hospitalization rates are.
President Trump saying testing has dramatically ramped up, with more than 1 million Americans now tested, picking up the pace even more to get ahead of a disease that is marching across the nation and the world. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Meanwhile, today, Governor Tony Evers sent a letter to President Trump asking him to declare a major disaster for the entire state of Wisconsin, including tribal nations, because of COVID-19. Evers says that would give them access to additional critical resources, things like public assistance, community disaster loans, and supplemental nutrition program funds. All right, outside, Jeff, a cool little breezy earlier today.
Yeah, most high temperatures got stuck below 40 today. That will not be the case tomorrow. In fact, look at these highs today. 39 in Rhinelander, also Brevida, 34 for Wausau. So a cool day. Below average for us today, but tomorrow not so much. Outside right now, it's getting close to freezing. 34 in Rhinelander, 37 Mosinee, also in Rice Lake. We'll have low temperatures tonight like last night, back in the middle 20s or so, because there are still lots of clouds across the area. Hard to see on this picture, I know, but Futurecast shows them pretty well here. These clouds will hang tough for tonight into tomorrow. We'll go with mostly cloudy skies throughout the day tomorrow, which means peaks of sunshine, unlike today, where it was cloudy much of the day into the the evening hours as well. Okay, your forecast then for tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies and a bit cool with low temperatures down near 26. Your full forecast is coming up. Justin.
New tonight, the YMCA of the Northwoods announces it has temporarily laid off over 100 workers because of the COVID-19 epidemic. Most of those layoffs are part-time employees. Organization leaders say as soon as the safer at-home order is lifted, they will call the staff back to their positions. Meanwhile, as the weather starts to get warmer outside, people will naturally want to get outdoors more often. New DNR policy is encouraging people to do that while staying socially distant, of course. Newswatch 12's Andrew Goldstein has details.
Drive to the entrance at Rib Mountain State Park, and you usually have to stop here to pay.
With kids out of school, it's a good opportunity for people to come out and go to the properties.
That's no longer the case after the Wisconsin DNR waived entrance fees at all state parks and trails to encourage sensible outdoor activity.
We want folks to use those responsibly and, travel within their own communities and to maintain that social distancing in small groups.
Getting rid of the fees is meant to cut down on places where people gather. The main parking lot at Rib Mountain has this one fee box. The concern is that if too many people start crowding around it or touching metal on it, that would defeat the whole point of social distancing. Parks in several other states like Michigan, California, and Rhode Island have closed, partially due to too many visitors. The DNR weighed that risk against preserving Wisconsinites' day-to-day health.
It's essential because there are both physical and mental benefits to being outdoors, and especially at a time like this where anxieties can be running high.
The parks will stay open and free during the lockdown if people keep their distance.
We want to be able to keep those parks open. We want people to have that outlet, but we really need the public's help. I cannot stress that enough.
In Wausau, Andrew Goldstein, Newswatch 12.
The DNR is also asking people to bring their own water and hand sanitizer to parks. Most facilities at state parks, campgrounds, welcome centers are all closed. The full list can be found on the DNR website. Crandon School District spread some cheer throughout the town today with the morning and afternoon parade after each of their staff's work shifts. The morning parade left the school around 11:15, the afternoon parade around 2:15. It followed the route, which you just saw on your screen, through the city, through lots of little neighborhoods. Some students and families who don't even live in Crandon drove into the area and parked along the route to watch the cars go by. Attendees were encouraged to follow social distancing guidelines, either staying in their vehicles or outside of their vehicles, but still at least 6 feet away from others. Do you ever wonder what students, especially younger kids, think of everything going on right now? We'll hear from a local expert to get some idea how to talk and how to carry yourself around kids. That's After Weather with Jeff right here on Newswatch 12.
Hi, I'm Dr. Justin Scher, DC with the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau. Are you one of the millions of people suffering with the symptoms of peripheral neuropathy? Your symptoms may include numbness and tingling in your feet or hands, difficulty sleeping from leg or foot discomfort, and debilitating balance problems. I have good news for you. You can now get relief with our breakthrough treatment method without the use of drugs or surgery. Our treatments help to heal damaged nerves that cause peripheral neuropathy. If left untreated, you may eventually end up with a walker or wheelchair, so don't delay. Call our office now to schedule an appointment to see if our treatment methods are right for you. We will do a painless neuropathy severity exam to determine the amount of nerve loss. If you qualify for our treatment, it can truly change your life. Start living your life pain-free. Call today.
Toyota's family stretches to every corner of this country. So you can trust us to be here for you as we remain committed to supporting our community. Because the Toyota family is stronger together. This is our pledge. We are here for you now and in all the better days ahead. Our sales and service centers are open and here for you. Ride safe. Toyota.
This is a national healthcare alert from the 24/7 Diabetic Health Hotline. If you, a family member, or a loved one has diabetes, listen closely. Now, regardless of your age, if you have insurance, you may qualify to receive diabetic testing supplies with little to no out-of-pocket cost. Get free delivery, free information, and all the paperwork is handled by our accredited suppliers for free. Call the 24/7 Diabetic Health Hotline now for details. Toll free at this number.
So just because the month of March is nuts, we are ending it with a earthquake in Idaho tonight, a 6.5 earthquake near Boise, Idaho. No injuries reported yet, but there you go. March has been nuts, as you know. Let's look forward to April temperatures. Tomorrow, the average high is 45, but by the end of the month, we're looking at 61. So there we go. The warmer temperatures are on the way, and we do have warmer temperatures on the way. After high temperatures today near 39 in Rhinelander. What's up with that, right? Same thing in Tomahawk, 41 for Medford. We had clouds stick with us all day long today. Meanwhile, sunshine across parts of western Wisconsin gave temperatures a boost there, but just not for the rest of us. Outside right now, it's currently 37 in Merrill, 34 for Tomahawk, 37 for Mosinee. So it's comfortable outside. We'll have average lows tonight down near 23 or 24, and highs tomorrow back up in the 40s, as we are still building some warmth across the Midwest right now. This will make a run for us beginning tomorrow, but more so in earnest on Thursday and Friday, and then really through much of next week at that. Okay, so here's that trend. So tomorrow, 46, we'll take it, right? 54 for Thursday, 57 now for Friday, 51 for Saturday. So all in all, well above the average high of 44. Tomorrow will be the coolest day out of the next 7, as we have some spring-like warmth coming our way for at least next week or two. After a little bit of sunshine earlier today, but you don't blink, because there it goes, and it was out of here very quickly, and the clouds came out of the east today. In the northern hemisphere, most clouds go from west to east. Today they went from east to west across Wisconsin, all because of low pressure to the east of us right now. That is pulling off to the east, though. See you later. Still some clouds back up in here, and they'll stick with us tonight and most of the day tomorrow as well, as there is still some more stuff upstream. Okay, so precipitation-wise, so far this year, since January 1st, 5.07 inches of precip, meaning snow, melted down snow and rain. The average is 3.55. So all of us are well above the averages, as you see here, which is why their lakes and rivers are so high, as the lakes are melting now across the Northwoods. All right, big picture shows high pressure in charge for us currently. That is going to keep all of this at bay for now. So this guy right there, that's our friend. It's going to keep all of this to the west of us for now, except for probably a little bit of drizzle late tomorrow night, and then we'll get some heavier rain showers in here on Friday. Futurecast, I'm going to run this up until Friday. You can see the rain staying to the west of us until Friday morning, and it's all going to sweep through on a cold front on Friday and bring us a healthy rainfall most likely on Friday afternoon. Probably another half-inch of rainfall coming our way, and we do not need that, as you know, as some rivers are still in flood. Wisconsin River down toward Wisconsin Rapids right now for sure. Okay, your forecast then for tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies and low temperatures down near 26 with a calm wind already out there right now. For tomorrow, okay, so mostly cloudy, a bit warmer than today by a couple degrees, right? 46 the average high tomorrow, and then southeast breeze around 5 to 10. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows tomorrow pretty nice, right? Thursday, there's a slight chance for a couple sprinkles. That will not be a big deal. The bulk of the rain is going to arrive for us on Friday afternoon, but it should get out of here now to keep the weekend dry with temperatures in the 50s and some sunshine on Saturday and Sunday. Justin?
Tonight, schools across the state and many across the country remain closed because of social distancing guidelines. That's been hard for many students, teachers, and parents, of course, but especially hard for those who may miss out on important milestones in their lives. Rhinelander High School counselor Ryan Tianhara believes students will learn a lot from these trying times, and as seniors potentially miss out on things like prom or senior seasons of sports, counselor suggests seniors try to create new memories by capturing this milestone in its own moment.
All seniors across the U.S. essentially have lost their second semester. So not necessarily that that's a good thing, but to know that they're not alone kind of going through these emotions and kind of feeling the frustrations.
And for kids feeling lonely, stressed, anxious, he urges them to lean on family and friends for support. In the meantime, he hopes the situation teaches everyone not to take anything, especially education, for granted. The COVID-19 pandemic can be stressful for many people, but for stressed parents with young children, how do you explain what's really going on? Newswatch 12's Zach White spoke to a local mental health expert to get some tips.
School closures across the country and parents working from home has changed the lives of many. As the number of COVID-19 cases grow across the globe, it begs the question of how do you talk to your kids about it? Mental health professional at Phoenix Counseling, Gina McKenzie, says it all starts with assessing your child as a whole.
It's also important to be truthful with your kids, meet them at their level of understanding as far as age appropriate.
McKenzie says another way to help younger kids will be to tap into their visual learning skills.
Show kids YouTube videos on it or something visual. Very important for kids. Sometimes they understand better visually than just being explained.
McKenzie says word choice can make all the difference. Words with a negative connotation can instill fear. But she says allowing your child to express his or her feelings can make that fear go away.
Talk about their feelings too, because when kids talk about their feelings, that lessens their anxiety.
McKenzie says it's important to remember that kids are impressionable by nature, so parents need to be careful of what emotions are shown.
It's really important that they stay calm because kids can pick up very easily on other people's emotions and take those on.
In Rhinelander, Zach White, Newswatch 12.
So what is it like to battle and recover from COVID-19? It's a question many people have asked us. We'll hear from a Minnesota couple who caught the virus and have now recovered. That's next on Newswatch 12.
I'm Kelsey Grammer. My dad was gunned down at his home at the age of 38. 6 years later, my sister was brutally raped and murdered. When my father's killer was released, I found out through the National Enquirer. It seemed like a cruel joke. In my sister's case, I have been allowed a voice in the parole hearings of her killers. But that's not always true in Wisconsin. Marcy's Law ensures equal rights to victims and their families to be informed and heard. Please vote for additional rights for crime victims. Vote yes on Marcy's Law.
Everyone is trying to do their part, especially now. And your Ford dealer is built to lend a hand. If your vehicle needs service, just call. Ford service centers are essential to your community and are still open. Find out about pickup and delivery options from participating Ford dealers. Plus, they've implemented enhanced cleaning measures for added peace of mind. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us do our part and help take care of you.
Yeah, military life can have its challenges, but sometimes veteran life brings more.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
My name is Greg Gadsden, 26-year Army veteran.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
DAV helps veterans like me get all the benefits they've earned, and that can be a life changer.
DAV provides a lifetime of support to veterans of every generation, helping more than 1 million veterans each year.
Today, I'm an entrepreneur, photographer, and public speaker.
With the right support, there are no limits.
And I never tire of standing tall.
But there's more to be done and more victories to be won.
My victory is just being the best that I can be.
Greg Gadsden, thank you for your service. May your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Coming up on a Wednesday, one local toy store is adapting to changes from the coronavirus.
That's right. We'll learn how Imaginuity can get you toys through their online sales.
And we have some of our warmest temperatures yet this spring heading our way. All the details on when they will arrive coming up on your Wednesday.
We often get asked why we don't show more people who've recovered from COVID-19. Most of that reason is those people are hard to find. It doesn't mean they don't exist. Just because of HIPAA privacy legal reasons, we and most other media outlets don't often know the names of the people who've caught the virus, so we don't know when they recover. But one Minnesota couple is happy to tell everyone they caught the virus and they are now happy to still be alive and recovered. Lou Ragoose reports.
Just had a dry, persistent cough throughout the day, and that was different.
She sat down
in her easy chair and said, I feel like I got hit by a bus.
Annette Bramer thought she had the flu on March 11th until it didn't seem to go away. She was hospitalized for 2 days and tested positive for COVID-19. Then her husband Larry tested positive too. His symptoms were much milder, fatigue and lightheadedness, which he actually had before Annette got sick.
Our hope is that people really take serious the stay-at-home mandate, because this is why. I mean, you could be walking around and not even realize you've been sick.
Annette and Larry are in their late 50s, and they live in rural Martin County, which now has 23 confirmed cases of coronavirus and 2 deaths, proof that rural areas are getting hit. The Bramers don't know where they got it, they have not traveled, and their eyes were open about how easily it can spread.
The Department of Health asked me to put together a list of people I'd been in contact with. The list was well over 100 people.
The Bramers say they are 2 of 6 people at their church who've been infected. Living in a small community, they say people recognized Larry and called the sheriff after seeing him at a gas station after he recovered.
People weren't trying to be mean. I mean, they were truly concerned.
Yeah, but it is kind of eye-opening how we're kind of viewed right now. You kind of feel like the leper,
The Bramers have a message to the thousands who eventually will get COVID-19.
Most people will survive this, so we just can't be fearful. We just need to be
smart.
Be smart.
And a reminder, this is an anecdotal example of 1 COVID-19 or 2 COVID-19 cases. We've heard some people, as you heard from Larry, have mild symptoms, don't even realize they have the virus. Others obviously have died. The global death rate is about 2 to 3% of those who have tested positive, with most problems for those who are older and also have underlying health issues. COVID-19 has had a major effect on a lot of local businesses. We'll show you how a local maple syrup producer says they have been adapting to everything going on right now. That's after the break.
Coming together makes us stronger. And Ford is built to lend a hand, especially now, with 6-month payment relief. Buy a new Ford. We'll defer 3 payments and make 3 payments for peace of mind up to 6 months. Shop at Ford.com or contact your Ford dealer to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. You have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you.
The coronavirus.
This is their new hoax.
We have it totally under control.
One day it's like a miracle, it will disappear. When you have 15 people, and within a couple of days it's going to be down to close to 0, we really think we've done a great job in keeping it down to a minimum.
I like this stuff, I really get it.
We've done one hell of a job. Nobody's done the job that we've done. No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Priorities USA Action is responsible for the content of this ad.
Toyota's family stretches to every corner of this country. So you can trust us to be here for you as we remain committed to supporting our community. Because the Toyota family is stronger together. This is our pledge. We are here for you now and in all the better days ahead. Get a 90-day deferred first payment on every new Toyota. Contact your dealer for more information. Toyota.
Does this sound familiar? You make the minimum payment, but the balance is still the same. You make a payment a few days late. Here come the late fees, past due notice, and the collection calls. We understand dealing with debt problems is not easy. It is stressful and hard, not only for you, but for your loved ones, your family. You're not alone, but you must understand debt problems only get worse unless you take action. If you owe more than $10,000 in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt, please take a minute and call the number on the screen. Learn about programs that have helped thousands of people get out of debt. Reduce your monthly payments, cut interest, and even settle your debt for a lot less than you owe. Save thousands. Get your life back. Call the number on the screen now. It's a free call, free information, and most importantly, you will have options. Remember, waiting will not make the problem go away. Call us. Our lines are now open.
As the economy takes a hit from the coronavirus outbreak, consumers can at least find some consolation at the pump. AAA says the nationwide average for a gallon of regular unleaded gas right now is the lowest it's been in 4 years. It's under $2 a gallon, and they expect it to go lower. AAA expects it to drop to $1.75 next month, which is about where we are here in Wisconsin right now. We are below average. Some experts say the prices may plunge as low as about $1.25 in the coming months. Of course, stocks are also dropping. After a couple bounce-back days, the Dow closed out its worst first quarter percentage-wise ever today, ending down just over 400 points on the day, finishing just below 22,000. The Dow is down just over 23% since the start of the year. It can be hard to find an industry that hasn't been touched by coronavirus. Even a local maple syrup producer tells us he is battling through less staff and more stress these days. But as Newswatch 12's Dan Hagan explains, he's more concerned about his local business partners and whether they can make it through.
For Tapped Maple Syrup co-owner Jeremy Solon, most years harvest season means enjoying the outdoors with his 4 employees.
It's just off the table at this point.
Working alongside about 30 neighbors.
I can't do that this year.
And bringing his family together.
We're a hugging family, so there are no more hugs, no more handshakes, no more, any of that.
The growing fears of coronavirus shrunk the team down to just 5. Making his farm in Anago eerily quiet.
I think we'll be okay. It means a lot more work for fewer people.
More work, but still the same volume of syrup. So supply isn't the issue. Solon is concerned about the demand.
We work with a lot of restaurants, bars, coffee shops who are obviously really struggling at this point.
Solon's worried the local businesses he partners with won't make it through the coronavirus pandemic.
As we lose those businesses, that's going to affect our business as well.
Coronavirus does not discriminate between essential and non-essential businesses. So Solon is asking everyone during this pandemic, when you have to leave the house to shop, consider local options.
The more people can buy local, the better off we're going to come out of this. So I encourage people to, find those local businesses that they want to see in their community after this is done and find a way to support them, especially, the food related businesses. It's going to be critical that we, work together to help them get through this.
But it's important to take a step back as well. Solon says washing hands and staying home will keep those local business owners and everyone safe. In Anago, Dan Hagan, Newswatch 12.
I'm Kelsey Grammer. My dad was gunned down at his home at the age of 38. 6 years later, my sister was brutally raped and murdered. When my father's killer was released, I found out through the National Enquirer. It seemed like a cruel joke. In my sister's case, I have been allowed a voice in the parole hearings of her killers. But that's not always true in Wisconsin. Marcy's Law ensures equal rights to victims and their families to be informed and heard. Please vote for additional rights for crime victims. Vote yes on Marcy's Law.
Hi, my name is Betty. I had taken a fall in November and, unbeknownst to me, got a horrible whiplash. Dr. Scher was the first one to tell me, well, Betty, you've got 2 bulging discs and a pinched nerve. So I signed up with Dr. Scher. It worked. It worked. I mean, I now have full range of motion. It was life-changing. I don't have any pain.
Are you suffering with back or neck pain and considering the possibility of surgery? At the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau, we incorporate the latest technologies, including high-intensity laser therapy that provides the highest success rates in helping people just like you avoid back and neck surgery. With our treatments, there are no drugs and no surgery. Just relief. Call today for a free spinal disc severity consultation and see if our treatments are right for you. Call 715-203-4392 or visit us at spinalaid.com. Start living your life pain-free.
Do you have a drawer full of knives but nothing sharp? Introducing the Bavarian Edge, the innovative knife sharpener with independent spring action arms that will make your old blades razor sharp in seconds. Look, it's so different because it has 2 independent spring action sharpeners made of ultra hard tungsten carbide that flex and contour to any blade or angle. It can even sharpen serrated knives. This frozen steak is rock hard, and a butter spreader isn't for cutting. But after just a few passes through the Bavarian Edge, it's so sharp it cuts right through this frozen steak like a hot knife through butter. Bavarian Edge can even sharpen a credit card. It cuts this tomato with ease. Call now and get the Bavarian Edge knife sharpener for just $19.99. Now you can double the offer. Just pay a separate fee. There's more. We'll ship it to you free. Click or call right now.
Call 1-800-851-3036. That's 1-800-851-3036. Call or visit BavarianEdge.com. Order now.
Hi, I'm Dean Hoger with Miracle Ear of Rhinelander. If you're struggling to hear your favorite news and entertainment shows, stop in and see me for a free hearing test.
We all know love has no limits, no borders. But countries have borders. And one couple in Europe is doing the best they can right now despite that. Inga lives in Denmark. Karsten lives in Germany.
Okay.
They say they're in love. But there's a border between the two countries, which is closed right now because of coronavirus. So 89-year-old Karsten, on your right, rides his bicycle to the border each day to meet and have a little tea or a picnic.
89.
He looks great for 89.
Yeah.
They have to stay on their sides of the border, which as you see is fairly casual there. But they say they'll do whatever they have to do to stay safe and also share their love despite the difficulties.
So they're having a meaningful conversation right there.
Yeah, they're very
the
close.
Flowers,
they're not separated a whole lot.
with a news camera right in their face.
They can't really touch, but they're there.
That's an interesting story.
People are adapting.
So many euphemisms in that one.
There's a lot of stuff going on there.
All right, let's go outside and check on our weather. Temperatures, look at that. To the west of us, we have warmer air building across the Midwest. We expect to see that this time of year. However, it's going to be here a little bit early. We'll have high temperatures tomorrow back up in the middle 40s or so. And then look what happens. So Thursday, there's still a chance for a couple sprinkles in there. Most of us are going to stay dry with a high of 54 and low temperatures above freezing. Friday, we're going to get wet, probably a half inch or so of rainfall on Friday. That ends for late Friday night. Look at the weekend, we're going to dry out in the 50s, and then another storm gets in here next week, Monday and Tuesday. But look at the temperatures then, up near 60, and they could stay there for a while after that.
That's what we like to hear. That spring, like they were so close, and the clouds moved from east to west.
Those
what happened?
Clouds today,
Goofy.
They need borders.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night.